Pitt quarterback Kenny Pickett threw for twice as many interceptions in this game as he threw all year. What's going on, Canes fans? Back-to-back wins, both against ranked opponents. I honestly had forgotten what this feels like, and it feels good. So if you weren't in the live stream, you're probably wondering, what the heck is all this? What is Coop wearing? Tomorrow is Halloween, so I'm just celebrating a little early.
Yes, I'm a banana.
And also, so many fans, both Pitt and Miami, called me stupid for betting $150 on the Canes over Pitt in this matchup. I just took a straight money line bet, put it all on the line for the Canes. And well, if we head over to FanDuel.com and take a look at the payout on my bet and my current balance, who looks stupid now? But real talk for a second, it could have gone either way. A final score of 38-34 is a close one. But the way we like to start out these quick instant react videos is I want to talk about some of the big positive takeaways for the Miami Hurricanes in this one. First off, the obvious one. We won, and as I already said, it feels good. A lot of Canes fans had kind of become numb to losing. It was just the normal thing. It's what we had come to expect. So winning back-to-back games against ranked opponents is huge. And honestly, if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time we've done that since back in 2017. That's huge. Also, Tyler Van Dyke is the man. I better see some TBD praise down in the comment section. That dude has full control of this offense. And you know what? Let him talk his smack because he's earned it. He's getting better and better as the season progresses and he gets more experience under his belt. And to be straight up with you, I think that trend is going to continue. But it does truly make you wonder how different this team might have possibly been and what our record could be if these younger guys had been starting earlier in the season. Now, you can make an argument that they had limited experience, so I get it. But I truly do believe that they make up for that limited experience with just their raw talent and athleticism. We've seen that these guys have much more fight in them. So, I'm not talking about Alabama because it's Alabama, right? But maybe Michigan State. I don't know. Again, still possibly a question mark, but definitely the North Carolina and Virginia game. I mean, at the end of the day, we lost both of those games by a combined 5 points. Would it have been different if more of these young guys were seeing the field at the time? Possibly. I don't know. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. And I know that I already mentioned it, but I am going to keep talking about it. Up until this game, Kenny Pickett had only thrown one interception. And as I already said, Stevenson picked him off and James Williams picked him off. A transfer portal pickup and a young guy. Rhett Lashlee, he's finally opening up that playbook a little bit and being more aggressive. This, in my opinion, is what Canes fans really expected our offense to look like from the jump with Rhett Lashlee. But I think that the difference is just having Tyler Van Dyke back there as the quarterback because he is a different style quarterback than what you get with De'Aaron King. So I think that opens up new opportunities. And I think that maybe possibly not making excuses for him, there might have been an adjustment period there a little bit because De'Aaron King was QB number one. They'd kind of planned this offense around him. Now you have a different style quarterback come in, and Rhett Lashlee kind of needs to adjust to that a little bit, and I guess maybe he needed some time to play to TVD's strengths. Now, I still personally wouldn't keep running it like he's doing on those 3rd and longs, and I definitely would not have been running the ball on that play that ended up potentially, possibly, should have, could have, maybe been a safety, which is what the Pitt fans are going to show up in the comment section and talk about. Go ahead. You got to understand, Pitt fans, that Miami fans are so used to being on the bad side of calls. We have no remorse when it comes to that. The majority of calls do not go our way, so, hey, we're going to take one. But Rhett Lashlee's play calling is 100% improving and getting better. And I think that we can all agree that our offensive line is playing better, right? I mean, far from perfect, but they have definitely come a long way and improved from week one. And Jalen Knighton, a.k.a. Rooster, RB number one. Should have been RB number one from day one, but, dealing with some suspension issues and still weird seniority stuff with Manny Diaz at the time, is continuing to do his thing. Feed that man the ball. Now, defensively, we're still giving up a lot of yards. I mean, the stats don't lie, but coming into this game, this was a Pitt offense that was averaging 45 points per game. So what did we really expect? But right now, the defense is making up for that with aggressiveness and speed. Those guys are playing hard. And lastly, I already made a video talking about this last week, but the players on this squad are continuing to fight for head coach Manny Diaz. You can say whatever you want, but in the interviews, they praise this guy. They talk about their love for Manny Diaz as a head coach and that he's just a great guy, and they look up to him. And they're showing on the field that they're willing to continue and fight and not lay down. When all the negativity came out from fans and the press about the program and about their head coach, they could have laid down and said, you know what? We're kind of pushing for a change. We don't like this guy. We're just going to sit down and quit and take the L, expedite some change, kind of like what a lot of Canes fans want them to do. And they said, no, that's our guy, and we're going to keep fighting for him. Now, typically at this point, I dive into all the negatives because no team and no game is perfect. And trust me, there are plenty of negative takeaways from this game. But for this particular instant react video, I've focused on negativity for so long, so much this season. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this dub. So we can talk about the negative takeaways throughout the week, this upcoming week, and we can talk about negative takeaways also in the comment section. Don't think of it as people just nitpicking. It's constructive criticism. There's always some things you can look at that we didn't do correctly or that we didn't do well. But to wrap up the video, I do want to head over to ESPN.com and take a look at the stats. Don't leave yet. We got to see how well TVD did, how many yards Rambo racked up, Mike Harley, and some other stats from the game. So I'm going to take you over to the website, and we'll take a quick look at it. We already know, of course, the final score, Miami getting the dub, 38-34. First downs in this game, 27 for Miami, 32 for Pitt. So we're right on par, right up there with that potent Pitt offense. Third down efficiency, 4 of 12 for us, 6 of 14 for Pitt. Total yards of offense for us, 499. Not too shabby. Pitt did still have 587. Like I said, I realize people are going to be really hard on this defense, and rightfully so, understandably so. But Pitt was averaging a lot of yards per game, a lot of points. So, again, I kind of expected that. Rushing 71 yards for us. I wish that could get to triple digits, man. If we could be 100-plus per game in rushing, it would really change things for us. 68 for Pitt, which is not bad. 8 penalties for 72 yards on us. I'm sorry, but most of those are BS. 9 penalties for 108 yards for Pitt. That should have been 19 if you were counting all the holds that the refs missed in the game. I'm just saying, time of possession was similar. If we head on over to the box score, our man, that dude, TVD, 32 of 42, 428 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. But let's talk about that interception for a second. The play where Tyler Van Dyke was trying to make something happen, but he had 2 wide receivers fall on the play. Rambo fell first, which is who he was looking to, and then he threw it deep to Harley, who ended up falling. Now, a lot of people said he should have just threw it away there. I would love to see a different angle on that play, or if anybody can fill me in the comment section. When he released that ball, was Harley still on his feet? That's what I want to know. If TVD threw that on that pick, if Harley was still standing or not. Because I have a feeling that he probably was, but I don't know for certain. I do want to take a look at Kenny Pickett. Like I said, there's no denying that the middle of the field was open for them all afternoon. Kenny Pickett, 39 of 55 for 519 yards, 3 touchdowns. But boy, oh boy. Well. He had the 2 interceptions. But again, not really taken away from that guy. The dude can sling it. Jalen Knighton had the bulk of our yards with rushing, 17 carries for 80 yards. Cody Brown, 4 for 12. Receiving, Rambo led the way once again, has really stepped up in that receiving group. 7 receptions for 101 yards. Restrepo, 7 for 89. Had some big-time catches in this game. Keyshawn, 3 for 82. Mallory, 3 for 68. Harley, 5 for 53. Arroyo had the touchdown catch. So 1 reception for 20. Really spreading the love around in the passing game. You love to see it. Addison, of course, their big slot wide receiver, had 8 receptions for 145 yards. Did what he could. Like I said, the middle of the field, man, they were hitting us with those slants up the middle, and we could not stop it. But it just wasn't quite enough to win Pitt the game. Now, defensively, I would have liked to have seen more sacks on Kenny Pickett. We did get a little more pressure than I thought we would, which was a good sign, but there are a lot of times that we struggle to finish when it comes to that. So there were several times where we couldn't really contain him on the edge, but the defensive stats are not uploaded yet. No, the defensive stats have not been uploaded yet, so I don't know who led in tackles just yet. I don't know. We had like 2 sacks maybe 3, but it needs to be more. But I really think that overall the game went pretty well. Like I said, it could always be better, but I think we had a good game plan. We came out aggressive like we wanted to, and we got it done at Heinz Field. So the Miami Hurricanes are now sitting at 4-4, 2-2 in the ACC. That would have locked down the Coastal for Pitt, but now who the heck knows? The Coastal is, oh geez, like, I know you guys are going to be like, Coop, don't start with that nonsense. But if we want to do some crazy mathematical equations here, there's still a chance. So next week we know we have Georgia Tech. That's at Hard Rock Stadium. Let's carry over this momentum and this positivity into that game. Like I said, it doesn't mean it stops to talk about Manny Diaz and Blake James and all these other things that are going on at the University of Miami. But we can enjoy the win. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do that. And we can continue the positivity and momentum going into Georgia Tech, because either way, for the players, for the kids, I want to see them win. And either way, I bleed that orange and green right there. So I already said it. The people who say I'm rooting for them to lose, to expedite the process for change, I can't do that, bro. I have to root for the Miami Hurricanes week in and week out. Thank you guys for all the love you showed me in the live stream. I apologize if you struggled to take me seriously while being in a banana suit. If it's your first time here, welcome. I do much crazier things, much crazier things than this. So this is very tame for what you'll typically see here on this channel. But we got a big week coming up. Walking and venting with Coop tomorrow or Monday, possibly. I don't know what that topic's going to be, but it's going to be a hot one. I'll see you there. Hey, guys, remember, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. And I did just want to mention that, I didn't get the score right, I didn't get it right. 38-34, but for the second week in a row, we were pretty close. Pretty darn close. Off 3 points for Pitt and off 4 points for Miami. So I didn't get the points exactly right. We predicted the dub, though, and this wasn't too bad, man. So I'll take it. Hey, I'll see you guys in the next one. Coach Coop, peace out. I'm going to go take this banana suit off.